Can you believe I have monetized this account in less than 4 weeks? Come right back. I'm going to teach you how. Hey everybody. So listen, I know it took me a minute to get this live out because I had to pull in some more information because I'm telling you, I knew this one was going to be very interesting. How did I monetize this account in less than 4 weeks? So I'm going to give you my story, but before I do that, let me introduce and tell you who I am. I am Dr. Sherry. I am a multi-entrepreneur where I will teach you about real estate, business, credit, and life. So listen, go check out my playlists. Listen, I'm telling you, they are quite interesting. Like quite interesting. So now that you're on my platform, can I kind of just introduce you to my platform? So if you'll see at the bottom, we have a scroll. You see the little ticker? Wait a minute, it's going this. No, it's going this way. No, it's going this way. Okay, that's my little ticker. And as you can see, there is a space down there that if you have a business or you have a YouTube channel and you want me to put you on my channel as I'm doing my lives, then I'm going to open that up to you. Only thing I need you to do is give a Cash App or a Venmo or a Super Chat, and whoever gives the most, that's who goes on my live. And listen, one of my lives actually got over 62,000 views. All right. So you never know. You're trying to talk about marketing. Now that's a great way to market. Also, I have memberships on my channel. Now that I have monetized, I am able to offer memberships. And so this is one part that I will tell you in monetizing that I really have to kind of understand. Because first I was like, well, what am I going to call it? That was the hardest thing. What am I going to call my memberships? I just didn't know. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to monetize using your memberships too. Look, I already have. Hey, Todd. Todd says, hey, Dr. Sherry, congrats on becoming the new YouTube sensation. I hope so. And Todd, I think you were the one that said that my show should be called As the Peach Turns. How I got As the Peach Turns, because y'all know I am a Georgia peach. Okay, I'm a Georgia peach. So anyway, let's get to why you're here. So now that I explained to you my platform, now that I explained to you how I have my platform set up with my memberships, it's called Sherry's Shining Lights, or you can join Sherry's Shining Stars. And so when you click on join membership, the description comes up on what is under each membership and what that offer is to you. So now let me explain to you how I even started YouTube. Let me just give you the whole history on how I even got on this platform. I actually was in the TikTok world. Okay. I love TikTok. And you can follow me at IamDrSherry on all social media platforms. So they had this practical joke that was going on, right? that they were playing on their mothers. Children were playing them on their mothers as far as being awarded a scholarship. But as you're talking about, it's like you have to do a video, okay? And you're talking about why it's important to you to get the scholarship. And you have your mother there because there's a part in the video where you allude to how the mother was so impactful in you getting a scholarship and how the mother, being a supportive parent. So you start talking along those lines and why you really need the scholarship. Well, y'all know I'm older, so I don't need a scholarship. Okay, I heard you. But I did a little twist on my practical joke. So I actually had my mother sitting there, and I had it for us to be able to get a grant that was offered, because my mother and I, we actually have a foundation where we give away monies to underprivileged students or students, depending on what venue it is, that need scholarships. And so to date we've given away over $250,000. So I decided to use that premise. So in the practical joke, I'm talking, and I get to the part. And if you go back and watch the practical joke, you're going to see that I cracked. I couldn't hold it, y'all. It was so funny because I could see my mother's face in the video, right? And I began to talk, and I said how she had to prostitute to help me. Oh my gosh, y'all! First of all, I was so scared to do it. I was scared to death. My mother does not play. But in the video, she cuts up. She even pulled my hair, you guys. My mother got violent on me. So anyway, that TikTok actually went viral. Okay. And so I just had the idea. I said, well, you know what? If it's going viral over there, let me start a YouTube channel and I'll push it in over here. So that's how my YouTube channel got started. That was years ago. I didn't do anything with it. I actually had about maybe 300 people that had actually subscribed to my channel simply because of that practical joke, but I didn't know what to do with it. So it literally sat dormant for about 3 years, literally. Okay. So if you'll go to the community tab and you'll see where I started the channel, I think it was around like 2021. I think it was in that area. All right. So now let's fast forward to 2024. I decided to really get serious about just my life period. I said, I'm going to really get serious. I'm going to take my social media platforms and I'm taking everything to the next level. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's this book that I got over on my TikTok shop. It's called the 369 Journal. And it really helps you. One is the 369. It's a journal where you write in. Another one is called Project 369. And I had heard a lot about those books, but I began reading it. And when I tell you, it took my way of thinking to a whole nother level, to an entirely different level, entirely. And so anyway, when I began to implement just the organization of my mind, I came back to YouTube and I said, okay, I really want to monetize this account, but I know I have to do the proper steps. So the first thing I did was I just started watching other content creators on YouTube. So that's number one. I just started watching other content creators, right? I just started watching and seeing how they organize their platforms, how they communicate with their audience, the things that they say. How do you follow what's really trending right now? Because even in YouTube, you can find out what's actually trending. And so when you hop on what's trending, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to push out the material. Okay. And so I understood that. I understood how to set up the platform. I understood about the platform. I understood the trending part. And so what I did was I found topics that were interesting to me. All right. That's number one. I found topics that were interesting to me. And so one topic was, well, everybody knows right now what's going on with Fonnie Willis and Letitia James and Donald Trump, right? That was a very, very hot topic. So I jumped on it. And and the thing about it is you want to be natural, right? You really want to get something that interests you, because if you get something that interests you, you're going to really show emotions, and your audience is going to feel that. So I did. I talked about my thoughts, my feelings, and I gave great commentary, and I did my research. All right. Again, if you're going to give content, do your research, have your stuff organized. All right. So that was number one. Number two, on what did I do to make sure that I was successful in this YouTube platform, is I actually needed to get a streaming platform, right? And so the streaming platform that I decided was StreamYard, all right? So when I got StreamYard, one thing is I had to understand how to use StreamYard. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first started, I didn't have time to really learn the whole StreamYard platform. but I learned what I could just so I could get started. So you'll go back and you can see a lot of my first lives that I did. I'm not really sharing screens. I'm not really doing the little cutesy stuff. I did know how to do the introduction, and I didn't know how to do the timer, but I didn't know how to share the screens. I didn't know how to bring people on a platform. I didn't know how to do any of that stuff, but I wanted to just get started. And so I did. I got started. And so from me really showing who I was and knowing just the basics, it was successful. And it kept growing and growing in subscribers. And when I looked down, I had my subscribers early because now they've changed it where you only need 500 subscribers. So I had gotten that already in the first couple of weeks, right? But it was the watch hours that was very much needed. All right. So it was 3,000 watch hours. I didn't have that until I told you I kept doing content that was interesting to me. That was interesting to me. Oh, let me write something down because I want to share this with you. That's important. Let me write this down because if I don't write it down, I'll forget it. Let me write it down. I will forget. And this is good right here. Okay, I got it written down. That's another thing. If you decide to go live, I like to do a lot of lives because I like to talk to the audience. I like them to talk back to me. Okay, I like them to comment. And so when I'm doing a live, I have to keep a pen and paper because, again, you might want to come back and do a follow-up. So always be prepared, right? All right. So making sure, once again, I forgot the point I was talking about, but I think I was talking about understand that you understand the StreamYard and the platform that you're streaming out from. Okay. Make sure you understand that. And then third, I kind of already talked about that, which is your content. It is so important to make sure you have mastered your content. You want to master your content. You want to master your content. You can't come on and do a live and you're not sure about really what you're going to talk about. And you don't have to talk long, you guys. You really don't even have to talk long. A lot of my first lives were like no more than 15, 20 minutes. Okay. And they were very impactful because what's going to happen is that, oh, I know what I was following up on about my subscribers. So let me finish this point and I'll swing back to that. So if you understand your content and you know your content, they're going to push it out. Okay, they're going to push it out because you have great command. So that takes me back to my subscribers that I needed to finish before. Okay. One of my YouTube lives got over 62,000 streams, views. Okay. And remember, I told you I needed watch hours. That one alone pushed me over the edge. I was around 1,700. So I just kept doing content. But when that one went live and went viral, I guess that would kind of be considered viral in the YouTube world. It gave me everything I needed. And it was like in 3.5 weeks, I had monetized this account. Now, remember, I told you, if you want to take, me putting a practical joke over here and that kind of start me off with the 300 subscribers, even with that, it lay dormant for so long. So it was really like I was having to start over because when I did that, remember the subscribers used to be 1,000. Okay. So putting all that together, because you have to have both of those in order to be able to earn. So, when you're in your YouTube studio, you can see that earn button. Okay. You can go and click it, but they're not going to release it to you until you meet the criteria and they will email you. And I'm telling you, over on my TikTok, I actually show where, oh my gosh, when I got that email, I was so excited. I was so excited. So again, if you're trying to get started, if you want to know what you need to do to monetize fast, you need to learn the platform. You need to learn the platform. And you need to understand, well, what are other successful creators doing? Okay, what are the other social media creators doing? And do what they're doing, period. 2, you want to make sure you understand your streaming platform. Now, you can stream right from your phone going to YouTube, right? So you can do it from your phone. There's a lot of ways you can do it, but you need to understand. You need to fully understand how to stream, okay? And you need to understand what the platform and what that platform can do. And then the content. Content. Make sure you feel your content. Make sure you're emotional about your content. Make sure it's something that you want to talk about. One thing I've heard is that when I am doing a live, some have said that they feel as though I'm right in their living room talking to them. Okay, so that's because I'm natural with this. So remember, I told you I wanted to write something down because I wanted to cover this. When they say, I put down here, know who you are. So you heard when I started my live today and I said, I am Dr. Sherry, a multi-entrepreneur, where I will teach you about real estate, business, credit, and life. It took me 6 months to figure that out. It took me 6 months because I used to do so, not used to, I still do. I do a lot. I have a lot of knowledge up here. And I was like, golly, how do I format this into one little blurb that kind of tells who I am? How do I put this in one sentence, everything that I do? And I couldn't figure it out until I said, Sherry, write down the things that you know. Okay, I'm real estate. Y'all know I'm a real estate instructor. I'm a real estate broker. Okay, go to my real estate school. In fact, just go to the link bio. You see the link bio, lnk.bio/I am Dr. Sherry. And you'll see all my little websites, all the credit boosts, all the good little goodies I have over there for you. Everything is right there. Okay. So anyway, I had to think about what I do and who I am. I am Dr. Sherry. That I am is powerful within itself. So when I say I am that I am. Okay, I am Dr. Sherry, where I am a multi-entrepreneur. I own multiple businesses, right? So I'm a multi-entrepreneur and I'm going to teach you. I am a teacher at heart. I love teaching. I love teaching. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'll teach you about real estate, about business, my ups and my downs of business, because I've had some downs too. Okay. But I got control of it. So I'm going to teach you about that, about credit. God knows I know a lot about credit, regular credit, business credit. I can teach. I have programs on credit. Listen, we can get the credit thing just like that. That's easy. Okay. But the life thing, I had to put the life thing in there because that's who I am. I love to talk about life. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that kind of put in a summary, right? In a nutshell, who I am. So you need to do the same thing. If you're thinking about coming to a social media platform, if you're thinking about really organizing your life, whereas all of your platforms make sense, okay, because it really needs to make sense. YouTube is different. YouTube is more personable. YouTube is literally, like the person said, sitting in somebody's living room, because 9 out of 10 times they're going to be in their living room, their bedroom, on their phone, and you have their undivided attention. So you need to keep it. Okay. All right, you guys. I hope you learned a lot today. If you have any questions for me, go over to the link bio / I am Dr. Sherry. Get an appointment with me. I can break this thing down for you. If you have any questions, I can answer for you. I got a lot of goodies over there. And don't forget, join the shining lights and the shining stars. And remember, I told you, if you're into learning how to get your birth certificate authenticated, or you want to learn about becoming a secured party creditor. I am tired of talking. I've been talking all day. So if you want to get your birth certificate authenticated, or you want to become a secured party creditor, I am only going to talk about that over on my Patreon. That's the only platform, social media platform, that I'm going to discuss how to do that. All right. So, okay, you guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you have learned a lot today. Until next time. Bye.